So the topic for this evening is realization, re-emerging and refining the self. So we are lucky. Why we are lucky? What was the song today? We are calm because of fortune. So we came because we were fortunate, but then we are making effort to become multi-million time fortunate. So some of us were not even searching for God, and suddenly we came to know God, we came to know ourselves, and through Baba we know the creation drama. So one thing is knowledge. Second thing is to become embodiment of Baba's teaching. And Baba's teaching is to make us deities from human being. So that aim is there. Baba has given us. You are student. This is not satsang. This is study. And in the study, there is always aim. So our aim is to become deities. And so we have to work towards that aim. And to reach that aim, first and foremost, we have to realize myself. Because it's not enough to know I am a soul. But how much pure soul I am, what weaknesses I got, realization of my strength and weakness. Both we need to realize. And once we realize our strength and weakness, and once we have that clear picture what I want to be, naturally our effort will be directed towards that. So realization of my weakness and strength, realization of time. Because Baba has been telling time is short, time is short, time is short. Be ever ready, all-rounder. Anything can happen suddenly. So it's there, a knowledge is there. But if there is that realization of the time and its value of that this is a valuable time of this Sangam Yuga, then we will not waste our time, isn't it? Otherwise, we are wasting our time. So we need to realize what the time is, and we need to realize how beneficial the drama is, the creation is beneficial. So realization can be from our heart. There are two types of realization. One is true realization from my heart, that I have really realized my weakness or my strength. Or it can be realization with just superficial realization. Because I want to show that I'm Pakka. Many times what we do is have external show. Put on white dress and behave from externally like a Brahman, so that we have name and fame and position and people are impressed by us. So just to impress other people, we may have external show. Whereas to have that real realization, we need to have honesty within us to realize my weakness, because sometimes we are very clever to hide our weakness. Internally we may be suffering, externally we put smile. Internally we might be getting angry or having jealousy, but externally we will keep a sweet relationship. And that's where we had to see that we had to really realize because sometimes we are not able to really express our feeling, or we don't know what we feel. Like a child, they suppress their feeling to please the parents. They will do whatever parents like. They know whatever parents will like, and whatever parents will say, wow, you are a wonderful child. But internally they are different and suppressing their feelings. Same thing it may be with Brahmins also, that we might be suppressing our feeling externally, showing we are okay, everything is okay. So that is realization. Because unless there is realization of what is my eternal sanskar, I won't emerge them, because we have to re-emerge our eternal original sanskar, isn't it? That's our aim. That I had to re-emerge my original sanskar. So not only I had to know my present strength and weakness, but I had to have that real realization that that was me. All virtuous, completely viceless, that was me. Then only I can re-emerge those sanskar. And so what we had to re-emerge is our original eternal sanskars. And Baba has given us the knowledge, because sometimes knowledge is very intellectual, there is no feeling. And that's what we have to see. Our knowledge is not just intellectual, there is that real feeling and realization that that's me. Because when we see the pictures of the deities, that emerge, it should emerge our feeling that that is me. I was this in golden age. Rather than thinking, oh, these are Lakshmi Narayan, or these are the deities, or these are the angels, very beautiful. So that we should emerge that feeling. Yes, once upon a time I was that, and I'm going to become that. Because recently in one of the groups, one sister said, she said, I can't imagine myself to be worship-worthy deities. because in 5-form exercise, no, it's easy to see that I am a incorporeal soul. It is easy to even imagine that I was deity in golden age, silver age. But when it comes that I am worship worthy in copper age, that soul said, I found it very difficult to believe that how people would be worshipping me, or they are worshipping me now, my golden aged form. So, as I said, sometimes knowledge is there, but we can't really feel it. And that's where we have to now re-emerge our copper-aged worship-worthy form also. And that should be our feeling that this is me. Ganesh and Amba, and whenever we see some deities, whether it's a god or goddess, deity, male or female, I should feel that I am that. So, because many times, many of you may not have done any bhakti in the past. And so to believe that you were worship worthy may become a bit difficult. And so, if you go to some temple and see how the deities are being worshipped, how much bhavana the bhagats have when they go to the temple, how much they are bowing down, and some of them may be lying on the floor to show their respect to those worthy deities. Then you can understand that, and you can imagine or re-image those sanskar of being worship worthy. So now, next thing is to refine my sanskar. And what we find is, when we came to Gyan, most of the Brahmins found it easy to observe celibacy or conquer sex lust. Then other vices, we found some people may have one weakness, some people may have another weakness, greed or attachment or jealousy, comparison, competition, laziness, carelessness, all these sanskars we brought in Kali Yuga. We reached that lowest stage in Kali Yuga. Now we had to refine them, purify ourselves, and reach that stage of a deity, golden age at 16 celestial degrees, completely viceless, all virtuous. That stage we had to reach. And so we need to start refining ourselves, because it's not enough to transform ourselves to 60%, 70%. Or some people will say, oh, I don't know, I don't have the art of writing, or I can't love anybody because nobody loved me, or something. No, one of the virtues or one of the arts. Some people may say, oh, I can't be friendly with everybody. I can do my business, but in an official manner. I can't be friendly. So that art may be missing. Because one of the art is to be friendly, to be able to communicate, to be able to reveal whatever is to be revealed, whatever is to be concealed, to be concealing. So all these arts and all these virtues we had to develop and keep on refining them, because we know the deities were very, very royal. And so to imbibe that spirituality, royalty, purity, divinity, all these things, we had to work on ourselves. And for that, once I have realized, I had to keep on checking myself as, am I what I am supposed to be? Thoughts. Before, Baba used to say, okay, it's all right if you have negative thoughts or impure thoughts, but don't come into action. But then Baba is telling us to be more refined and say, don't even allow waste thought, leave us out negative thoughts or impure thoughts, but don't allow even negative thoughts. And so what I need to do is pay attention that my thoughts are not even ordinary. Leave aside waste thought, negative thoughts, impure thoughts. But now Baba is telling us to refine it to elevated thoughts. Not even ordinary thoughts as what am I going to eat and what am I going to wear and where am I going to go and all that sort of things. These are ordinary thoughts. Who is doing what and all these ordinary thoughts. But elevated thoughts, unlimited thoughts, not to have that limited vision or limited attitude, but having unlimited everything. So I had to pay attention to my thoughts. I had to pay attention to my words. Because royal people, they speak few words. Sweet, speak softly, gently, and essence-full. That's the royal thing which Baba emphasizes a lot. So I have to see that I have been able to implement that in my life. Then Baba says, our vision should be also refined. That is, I should have all the time brotherly vision for everyone, going beyond body consciousness, because when we are body conscious, we will look at the body and we will think about their nationality and color and language and culture and everything, or external, extrovert. But as we become soul conscious, naturally everything will be refined. So my vision will be brotherly. And with that attitude of love for everybody. Attitude changes. Because when my consciousness changes and becomes elevated and refined from soul, body conscious to soul conscious, then naturally my attitude changes, vision changes, my action changes, everything changes. So I have to see that I have all the time positive attitude, good wishes for others. Even if I know somebody's weakness, because we are knowledgeful, we can know somebody's strength and weakness. But is my vision still positive? Am I having Trikaldarshi vision? That is, I know their present, but I have clear vision of their future also. Trikaldarshi means knowing past, present and future. And when I have that vision, I will look at them as future deities. Present, naturally we are human beings, Brahman. But while seeing somebody, do I have that vision that these are future deities? Then my manners also should be royal. Refined manners, not speaking roughly, loudly, or walking with loud noise of my shoes or eating, making noise. No, this is all unroyal, unrefined manners when we eat, making a lot of noise, or when we are drinking some hot drink, making some noise. So when we walk, when we talk, when we interact with others, giving them love and respect. And royal people, Baba always says that they won't be pulled by or attracted by or impressed by something. And they will not be having desire to pick up something that is lying on the ground. No, royal people will not pick up, even if they see some golden or diamond things, they will not pick up from the dirt. So that's where I have to see that I am not attracted or impressed by anything, but I am quite intoxicated with whatever I have. Otherwise, material things may attract us, or Mayavi things can attract us, but royal people, they got everything, so they don't have any desire. Or they will not pick up something, or they will not be expecting. No beggars, Baba says, you should not be even royal beggars. Beggars means wanting, no, praying. Because in bhakti we were royal beggars, praying God, please give me health, please give me wealth, please give me child, please give me nice job or nice partner or something. So in bhakti we were begging for some possessions or position. Whereas as our manners become royal, we have so much intoxication. Who we have found, how much we are receiving spiritual subtle treasures from Baba. And so naturally we will not have any desires to receive anything from anyone. And that's what I had to see, that I don't have any desire to receive anything from anyone. Receiving everything from Baba. Not even desire to have name, fame, position, possessions, etc. So as we refine our sanskar, that's the main thing, refining our sanskars. So have I refined my sanskar from egoistic to humble? Because subtly I is there in our mind. Whether it's my role, whether it's my efficiency, whether it is my achievement. So I have to see that I haven't got ego of my role, position, possessions, whether it's beauty, health, wealth, car, whatever it is. But I have humility. It's Baba who has bestowed all these things, having that humility. So Baba always says, change. When you think of I, think about I am a soul. When you think of my, think of Baba rather than my role or my position. So as I change my ego to humility, my attachment to pure love, no dependency. I receive everything from Baba. So no dependency on human beings or material things. Changing my anger into serenity. Should be serene, calm, peaceful. No anger. Changing my jealousy to appreciation and pure love. Because when we have pure love, we appreciate somebody's speciality rather than being jealous. Just as parents, they love their children. So when the children have achieved something, they are proud that, oh, my son is getting good marks in the study, or is good in sports, or whatever it is. They are proud and appreciating that. In the same manner, what I have to see is, I change my sanskar of jealousy to appreciation. I change my sanskar of carelessness to careful. For every little things, if I am careful, at the same time carefree, I should not be tense and uptight. Because as soon as I am tense and uptight, I will lose that royalty of cheerfulness. So when there is this awareness, Baba is Karamanhar, then we are neither heavy or under stress or tension. When I think I am doing it, naturally I'll become heavy, tense, and uptight. Animosity to friendliness. Should be friend to everybody. I should not have any animosity for anyone. So Baba has given us this power of forgiveness. If anybody has done wrong, Baba says, past is past, forgive them, forget the past. Give full stop. So never look at that person with that vision that they have done this in past to me and they have defamed me or cheated me or abused me, because we have that knowledge what is happening according to drama and karma. So that realization of what's happening, why it's happening, will help us to refine ourselves. And I had to see that I am all the time in that powerful stage. None of the old sanskar or habits remain. Not even trace, because Baba says, no, even if it is trace of something, it can easily multiply. So you have to kill all, destroy completely our old sanskars. Baba many times gives the example, no? Suppose somebody has been made unconscious by hitting on the head, but after a while that person will become conscious. In the same way, if we hit just Maya a little bit, and Maya may become unconscious for a while, but unless we destroyed Maya, burn it completely through yoga fire, it will re-emerge. So we don't need to allow Maya to re-emerge or Mayavi sanskars to re-emerge in us. And for that, we need to have such a powerful yoga. So what we need to do to refine ourselves is to use jnana at each step. Because otherwise, knowledge is there. We understand that whatever is happening according to Dharma, but what happens? We waste our time by thinking, why this is happening? Why this person is like this? Why they are not doing like this? We forget, isn't it? And we waste our time, which means at that time we forget the value of our time. So no questions. There should be no question. Why, what, how, when, etc. Because knowledgeful, we have answer why it's happening. When will it happen? At the right time. At whatever is in drama will happen at the right time. So we should not ask when will it happen, why it's happening, what is happening, etc. All these questions means we are not in a knowledgeful stage. So we need to be knowledgeful and powerful to refine ourselves. That is, we have implemented knowledge in our practical life and not just we say, oh yes, drama or karma. But we should remain stable and unshakable in all such situations. Now, Baba has been emphasizing that be now intense effort maker or fast effort maker. Because slow effort makers, what they do is, I'll do it. I will do it. It will happen. Or they will give excuses. Because of this situation, I did this wrong. So they are pointing the finger to somebody else. That because of this person, I got angry. Or because of this situation, I was tense and uptight. So this is the weakness when we are giving all these excuses. So that's where we had to see that my Amrit Vela is very powerful. Not as a routine, because sometimes we wake up early in the morning as a routine, isn't it? But we may not be powerful yogi at that time. We know that's the time when we can take maximum power from Baba. So we need to really wake up and be alert. So when there is that value of our time and value of Amrit Vela, naturally we will make full effort and not give excuse to ourselves that, oh, yesterday I was working so hard, I'm so tired, today will be so busy, so let me have a little bit rest. And Baba says, you are karma yogi, so I can be karma yogi all the time, and Amrit Vela, no point. Or sometimes, new Brahman, what they do, wake up for a few days and then they are still sleepy. So they say, oh, what's the point of waking up early? As it is, I'm sleepy. Why not take good rest and wake up a little bit late? So that's where we had to be careful not to make that mistake of giving any excuse is weakness. Whether in our sanskar, any excuse, or our action or reaction, this is our weakness. And so I had to see that I have powerful Amrit Vela, Karma Yogi stage, and checking my thoughts, words, action, interaction, because our relationships also should be refined. Otherwise, our interaction will not be royal. So we had to see that we are looking at everyone with that alaukik drishti. What I find is, when we are with our laukik, whether it's a friend, colleagues, or laukik relations, we behave in a laukik way, as we used to behave before, laughing and joking and talking of worldly things, etc. And that's where we had to see that I have paying attention, that I am having that spiritual conversation with them. My behavior with them should be, they are Baba's children, and not my laukik, because otherwise there is expectation from laukik, especially parents expecting children, or partners will expecting something from other partner, as they used to do it before Gyan. And that's where we had to see that we are refining our relationships also so that they are all divine, spiritual, alaukic, loveful, respectful, cooperative. Because more we have that spiritual love, we will be cooperative, we will be spiritual and respectful. Even if they don't respect us, I had to see that I am respecting them. Even if they are nasty to me, I had to see that I am loving and respectful to them. Because Baba always says, those who defame me is my real friend. Because they're tasting my tolerance power, how far I am tolerant. So that way, as I pay attention to my thoughts, words, actions, attitude, vision, everything, Baba says, check and change. Change immediately. Not that, yeah, everybody else is like this, no? Because sometimes those who have angry nature, they'll say, oh, but so and so, 20 years in Gyan, they are still getting angry, I just new. So trying to excuse themselves. Fast effort maker will not give all these excuses. They say, I want to do it and I want to do it now. Not I'll do sometime. Because those who think, yes, I'll do it sometime. So Baba says, don't speak this language of sometimes. Genge ki bhasha, Baba in Hindi they say, don't say genge, karenge, dekhenge, sochenge. No, I must do it. Do it now. Not, Baba says, not to others we say now or never. Whatever you want to do it now. Otherwise, you will never be able to do. In the same way, whatever sanskars I want to refine, I should refine now. And not just say that when my circumstances are okay, when everybody is okay, I'll be nice and sweet with them, or I will not have tension. No. Whatever I want to do, I must do it now. And I had to see that I'm flying all the time. Nothing is pulling me down, because angelic stage we have to achieve now. And nowadays Baba is always says, keep on flying and make others fly. Which means nothing is pulling my intellect down. Nothing is pulling my stage down. I am all the time keeping my mind wherever I want to. That's what Baba has been emphasizing nowadays. Have that control over your mind, controlling power. I should have total control over my mind, my sanskars. So, and I should never forget my aim, that I want to become, whether I think about Bap Saman, because sometimes some people say, oh, I can't imagine myself to be Lakshmi Narayan. But at least I aim to become perfect Bap Saman, angelic. So that's where I had to see that I am following Mama Baba. Follow Mother, Father. That's our slogan. Don't follow brothers, sisters. And don't give their example. They are like this. No. Baba says, follow mother, father, Brahma, Baba and Mama. And those who haven't really understood what were Mama, Baba, I always emphasize you must read Adidev, Adidevi. Unless you have read those Adidev, Adidevi, you wouldn't know. And nowadays, at least in Hindi, we have Adi Ratna book, original jewels. Dadi nowadays is so much talking about ancestor souls. She loves not only the picture of ancestor souls, but we should know those ancestor souls. Or there is that book on something mothers. So read those books to really have that feeling of what Brahma, Baba and Mama were there. Because when you listen to stories by dadis or whoever, they can give something in 1 hour. But when you have read those books, you will have that real clear picture of what they are. What I have to be. So our thoughts, words, actions, everything should be so much refined that there is no gap between those deities and me. So that's where my effort should be, and not keep on thinking that yes, it may happen, it will happen, sometimes it will happen. No. Whatever I want to do, I must do it now. This is the time. Sangam Yug, very valuable. I should not waste 1 second. I should not waste one thought also. So naturally, we need to keep on checking all the time. So attention, checking, and changing myself. So that needs a lot of power of knowledge and yoga. And that's why, though it's a basic thing that we have to pay attention, that I am soul conscious, I am remembering Baba. This basic thing Baba has been telling every day. But I had to see that I have become embodiment of those Baba's teaching. And naturally, with that attention, I'll be able to be really refined person or reformed person, or I can say I have reinvented myself, because I should be really paying attention to that, because many times we are so much service conscious that I must do this service. And the life is busy, Lokik job, Lokik household, and this spiritual study and spiritual service. So many times self-service gets last priority or attention. We are so busy with all different things. Whereas once I have that aim, that my reformation or refinement is priority, then naturally we'll pay that much attention, because once my stage is powerful, I'll be doing service through my stage. I will be able to do service through my mind. And that's what Baba has been emphasizing nowadays. See that you are so much powerful. Om Shanti. So as I mentioned before, Dadi will come anytime. So let us have meditation